This is going to be an e-filing video. When I was applying my latest set of tips in a previous video, I happened to get a couple of air bubbles in my tips and the cuticle didn't seal how I wanted, so this is a repair video. I'm going to be just taking my e-file and carefully going around my cuticle. I'm going to be using the BTArtbox e-file with this medium grit 5-in-1 bit. This is my favorite one to use for sealing my cuticles after tip application, but I have a couple of others that I'll link below that I like as well, safety bit wise, but I'm going to be using this MelodySusie dust collector. It is my favorite thing to use whenever I am applying my tips, or doing any kind of e-filing, I mean. So my e-file is currently on reverse, but I'm going to be using my dominant hand, which is my right hand, and it needs to be in forward position for the e-file to work properly. And I use my e-file at 4,000 RPMs, sometimes 3 when I'm working like this. I just want to be very careful as to not cut anything, because when you slice your cuticle, it hurts. And I am not a licensed nail technician. I have not gone to school. I have learned how to do all of the things that I do with my nails, to my nails, all by myself, watching lovely YouTubers who share their wisdom with me, asking friends, doing a lot of research online, and asking nail techs who have been so kind to share information. So I'm sorry if you hear all of these bugs and stuff in the background. I live in the country and it is late at night when I'm doing this voiceover, so bear with me, y'all. I hope you get the point of this and I hope you enjoy this video. So I go around my cuticles to remove all of the bubbles, which happen to be at the edge, so it's more like lifting. If you don't remove this and seal the tip to your nail, then you will have a lot of lifting and the tips won't last as long as you want them to. So I decided to go ahead and remove any of the lifting, though it does take off the bottom area of the tip. The rest of the tip is adhered properly and accurately. I just left the rest of it kind of alone, because I didn't really need to do any work. But I mean, even if I did adhere the tips properly, I still do this step anyway, because I like to just shave that back end super thin and apply a little bit of acetone just so that the nail sticks and melts kind of into my natural nail so that the tips look more natural. So I'm also going to be reshaping these tips because my middle finger kind of went on, not sideways, but not straight at the same time. I wasn't able to get it fully on straight with doing the nails on camera. So I decided to actually reshape my nails. This says they were stiletto nails, but this is an almond nail to me. This is what I consider almond. A stiletto is like super sharp point. So I'm going to be reshaping these nails from the almond to stiletto. And you'll see kind of how I'm doing that. I go back and forth from side to side because what'll happen is if you file one side too much, then you will overfile the one side and you will file into the other side. So then you'll have to take the length down. So you want to just make sure that in order to get a straight stiletto, you want to make sure you're filing both sides of the nail, not at the same time, but consecutively. You're filing both of the nails. And I'm sorry I'm out of frame for some of this. I get a lot of messages of people asking about how I file my nails, how I e-file, how I fix certain things, and I'm really trying to get up content that people are asking me for. So I promise I will get better. This is just trial and error with the reshaping. I haven't really been doing a lot of this on camera, so I apologize that some of it is off camera, but I really do hope that you guys appreciate this video and get the gist of what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to show you. That is also another reason I kind of sped it up a little bit, is just because I feel like some of it was out of camera and I don't feel like y'all would want to sit here for the entire time of me doing it really slow, because this is sped up like 5 times, like on the 5 times speed, just because I go really slow because I don't want to slice my cuticles or anything like that. I'm just really careful. So when I changed the shape of my nails, I like to use a 180 grit file that is like well worn in, like this one currently is. I'll use the 180s or the 100 side initially, but then as I start getting closer, I'll flip it over to the smoother side, which is a lower grit or a higher grit but lower grab, so it's not as grippy onto taking off product. And I shape my nails how I want them, but I do it carefully, slowly. I'm not cutting anything, but here in this video, I am also trying to race against the clock for nap time because both of my toddlers were asleep, and I was like, let's go ahead and knock these videos out because people have been asking and I have been promising, so I'm trying to get them up as I can for y'all. So here's basically the gist of all of it. I was able to get everything in stiletto shape and everything's looking nice. I removed all of the lifting. So here's everything, what it's looking like. It looks really awesome. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this 8-in-1 glue gel, which is also, it can be used as a builder gel, a base gel, nail strengthening. So I used this base gel from Cora, which I will link in the description box. Just showing y'all how I shaped that and how well it's looking. I'm going to use the 8-in-1 gel. I'm going to do 2 thin layers of it, and I'm also going to do a layer of top coat, but the 2 thin layers is going to seal in the nail tip. It's going to put the strength back in the tip. It is going to seal the cuticle in, and it's going to make everything look super, super nice. This was just a video to show y'all that you can fix tips if you get a couple of bubbles. So I really hope this video gives y'all confidence to do the nail tips if that's what you choose to do, but know that you can also fix them if you mess up just a little bit. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will work on getting more content like this up for y'all.